back to Fallout Texas Rising Session 26. We have, first, I'm excited. We have updates to Fantasy Grounds, a lot of new things. We're getting closer and closer to the first-person viewing for the characters in Fantasy Grounds. I did the update last night. I haven't played around with everything yet. Maybe it's already here. Maybe I'm just not aware of that, but things are getting closer. The controls, lots of new tooltips on buttons and everything. It's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. But to recap last session, basically it was a little bit of a murder mystery last session. They discovered that Jammer, who had been their contact for some time with the Crockett's men, was actually a spy for someone else, for the same group that is controlling the vertibirds and apparently is connected with the raiders and their new stimulant. But with Jammer gone, the last orders that the party has from Charles Zanko, who they met when they were going to investigate a raider attack, was to return the drugs to Jammer and Dr. Soon so he could study them, and then also to move on from there to a new organization that has moved into the northern part of Texas that seems to be a high-tech organization and may have some information on this technology that's allowing this other group to fly around in these steel dragonflies. So that is where we are today. Currently, the party is still in Carbon, and having wrapped up and just not too long ago witnessed Jammer escape on one of those steel dragonflies. So guys, what would you like to do now?
Jack, he told us we were heroes.
Yep.
But I just don't know what. I'm just about tired and bleep, 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 all these people. I need some gut rut. And he starts walking off to the daggum bar. But he's going to get a beer and chill out, not make a scene, and then now what? So we'll just pass through that. Not going to take you in any crazy direction.
Oh no, do what you need.
I remember prior to our other conversation, but he will want to go, and I don't care what time of day it is, if it's first thing in the morning or late at night. I can't really remember, but he will march over to the to where he was hanging out with the old man that told him about the dragonfly. He's going to go over and see if he can find him and say, "Yeah, the dragonfly took away my friend."
Okay.
Now, whether or not he finds that guy, and I can't remember his name, but I would remember what he looked like.
Yeah, you remember what he looks like. Daggum, I can't remember his name either. I keep wanting. Well, Scott. Yeah.
That's
Scott.
right, Scott.
Because he's named after a character from another video game that's very similar to Fallout. But copyright issues, I don't know if they exist or not for this particular name. So we're going to go with Scott, which is the closest I can get to it without anybody out there that are fans of the Wasteland series will know who I'm referring to. He's the drunkard that always shows up somewhere. So Scott, he's in there. He's already in the tavern. It is the evening time. By the time you guys got out there and tracked down Jammer. And,
that's right, because we had to go, out. That's right.
You went out, came back, went back out again, following Jammer's tracks, and saw him getting on to the steel dragonfly and giving you a mock salute with his stump. And you saw some, as you're thinking about it, you remember, in the darkness of the cabin behind Jammer, you saw the yellow glowing eyes, kind of, not really amber, maybe more amber, yellowish amber, just kind of staring out at you as the steel dragonfly took off. So by the time you get back to town, it is very much evening. All of the market stalls are closed. The miners, they've all come back into town. They're gathering in the tavern as they do to get the, what passes for supper around here, since most of them don't have really a family to go back to. Those that do have family, they'll still drop into the tavern for a small drink before they head to their homes. And you find Scott over there with, the usual group that he's hanging out with, minus the one that always was looking out for him, of course, since he's still missing.
On the way, I had a beer on me, and I drank it.
Okay.
So I did that already. I clicked on the beer. I consumed said beer.
Let's pull up your character sheets here so that I've got them available. All right. Well, you find Scott over there with his group. There's a chair available at the table. There is enough room where chairs can be scooted around to add another chair if Jack decides to join you. But currently, the way the table is set up, the empty chair is one that would normally be occupied by Scott's old friend.
Okay, I gotcha. So, how much for a round for everybody? I think it was 5 caps.
Because
I'm going to do it again. A round for everybody at the table.
5 caps apiece. There are, counting yourself, there's 5. Right. Counting Jack, there are 6.
Okay. So when I get to the bar, I'll ask Jack if he wants one.
Actually, I peeled off before getting to the bar. You all get some rest, and say in the morning we can go chase down these newbies.
Alright. I'll see you when I see you. I'm only going to drink one, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was going to say. Only one, huh? You're already on your second one.
Right?
All right. So you make your way over to the bar. You buy 5 bottles, and you come over to the table and set them down, hand them out. Everybody at the table is like just raising their bottles to you. It's like, oh wow, thank you. That's mighty kind of you. And Scott, he just sits there, slurring his words as always. I may or may not be able to keep up with the slurred words. Forgive me for that. You remind me of my friend. He always took care of me, and well, actually, you're a little bit nicer than him. You're buying for everybody. And he just kind of sits back in his chair really hard as he raises his bottle. The counterweight of his body just he slams into the back of his chair, but doesn't spill a drop. The bottle finds its way to his mouth, and he starts chugging the beer.
Do these come with caps?
Yes.
Do they?
Are these okay. Cost 5 caps. Okay, so I think when I consume it, let's see if it
caps
gives me a
1.
cap.
Get one back, yeah.
Yep.
It didn't give a cap back to me, but that's okay.
I'll just throw one in your. You go and add one to yours.
Right.
So you're sitting there. You're Scott is. I almost said the actual name. Scott is almost done with the new bottle you brought over. He downed it fast. The others are sipping on theirs. They're shaking their head at Scott and just kind of letting everything be. What would you like to do?
So I just tell him that, my friend, and I'm not gonna say who, got taken away by one of the dragonflies.
Oh man, I knew those things were bad news.
So everybody needs to keep an eye out for those things and stay away from them.
The others at the table just kind of look at you. One of them leans over and says, "You really shouldn't encourage them. That's that's not very nice." And Scott overhears that part. Like, he is very nice, and he throws his hand towards the guy with the bottle still in his hand. And the guy just kind of says, "All right, Scott, just calm down, Scott. Fine. Dragonflies are real."
Is there any way to take pictures? Oh, well, I guess do I know what a picture is? I guess I do. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not too stupid to ask.
Yeah.
So next time I'm going to take a picture and I'll show you.
Do you have anything to take pictures?
I don't know.
I don't think you do.
No, that's going to be
do this thing. Is like, oh.
It's going to be a quest to find a way to do that.
The thing that the Pip-Boy won't do?
Yeah, that's like the one thing Pip-Boy doesn't do. It can play games. It can tell you your radiation level. It can help you do the bats, but it can't take pictures. That's like the one thing. That's interesting. So they all look and say, "Yeah, good luck finding a camera or anything." It's like you're as crazy as the old man here. I'm crazy. You're crazy. You don't believe the truth when you hear it. I ain't crazy.
No, I don't believe you're crazy. Well, I'll find a picture, a camera, and I'm going to take a picture. And I'll show you. May not be tomorrow, but I'm going to get one more of these and I'm going to go home. Uncle Jack wants me up early in the morning. Uncle Jack, you got to get up early in the morning. Old man, Uncle Jack, he's been around. Yeah, just one more for the road. Okay.
All right. So you go grab another. You get another whole round for the whole table, or
no, just one more for me.
Just one more for you. All right. It's probably a good idea.
Right? Yeah. I paid my entrance fee. I'm going home now.
All right. So you sit with them. You drink another one. I need you to do. What is it that it affects? Because I'm going to make you roll that skill. Here we go. So you can re-roll 1d20 strength until the end of the scene and charisma tests, but you increase the difficulty of intelligence tests by 1. In addition, alcoholic drinks are addictive. After drinking the beverage, roll a huge DC 6 to equal the number of alcohol drinks you've consumed during the session. If 2 more effects are rolled, you are addicted.
Woo!
You You're addicted and add +1 to the difficulty of charisma and agility tests while not under the effects of an alcoholic drink. Yeah, so you better be careful with this new thing. Hold on, you didn't roll enough.
Roll.
I see 4 beers consumed. Okay.
Good. Hey,
All right, so now you're gonna have to do an intelligence test. Typically, a difficulty 1
right.
for getting home.
Right.
It's
Okay.
going to be difficulty 2 now.
Right.
And it'll be survival intelligence at this point because you're it is survival, but it's intelligence of like knowing the way home. Okay.
I got 1 luck left.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Nope. Nope. I'm punishing you a little bit. So I gave you an action point to block the luck roll there. A 3. Okay. You make it about a block, and then you fall down in an alleyway. You're not sure, how close you made it to home. But you're in between, in between several of the houses, the rows of houses there, and you feel something in your stomach is just not happy at all, and you begin to vomit, and you're having a hard time, staying away from the vomit. Fortunately, you fell in such a way where the vomit is kind of flowing away, like the ground is letting it flow away. The rain, there's a little bit of rain coming and washing away, so you're not necessarily going to have to lay in it, but you can't find your legs, like, and not just metaphorically. I can't find my legs to stand on. It's like you're looking down, you're looking for you can't find your legs. Right, where did I put it? There it is. And oh, well, I'm not going to tell you about that. You're supposed to keep up with your things. While you're looking for your legs, you're laying there. You look down and you see your mom's head just kind of floating where your legs should be. Well, about where your feet should be.
Okay.
And she looks at you and just, out of like thin air, just the top from the wrist down to her fingertips of her hand appears, and it curls up to that, that wagging finger is just, and you see her mouth going, and you know she's saying, but you can't hear it. And the whispers just start coming in around your head as you black out.
Mama, I don't know what I did with my legs. Maybe they're on the dragonfly.
Jack, you turned in pretty quick. You were like, I'm not doing this whole drinking my sorrows thing. What you doing?
Trying to heal up.
Okay. Are you wanting to do any kind of medical checks to try and hurry it along, or would you rather just rest?
This point, just rest.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do in the meantime? You can rest and do some simple things if you want.
Well,
I'm gonna BRB. I'm gonna get some water and I'll be right back.
Okay.
oh, yeah, I was gonna also heal up Bane, but... And
Yeah, he'll
his
heal up
inventory
and
won't-
resting as well.
Yeah, Rad's too. But his inventory went away somewhere in betwixt the last session and now.
Oh, did it?
Uh-huh.
Slash still had his inventory. I
No,
see yours still.
Bane's.
Bane's inventory?
Yeah,
What all did he have?
a helmet and the dog armor.
Okay. Yeah, just pull them up on the items list and put them back in there. Don't worry about doing any kind of.
Did,
And they're still gone.
It won't come up. Well, won't transfer in.
Which one did he have? Light, heavy, or medium?
Medium. And the dog helmet.
There's an error. Okay, let's clear that, close that. We'll add it manually. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Let's open it up to see if I can add all the specialties of it. Category is apparel. Type is armor. And physical damage reduction is 2. Energy is 2. It is left leg, torso, and right leg. Actually, we'll give it on the arms as well because it's technically should cover all that. Weight is 2. Rarity is 2. Can't copy the description. But that's okay. We don't need that. All right. Should have his medium dog armor now. Now I'll do the helmet. Dog helmet. Is Slash back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Slash with not ammunition apparel with Jack just doing a rest. We don't really have much else to cover for the evening, so Slash, you're going to be. Well, I'll just change the settings. Your hunger is going to be hungry. Your thirst is dehydrated. And you are exhausted.
Hungover?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Your luck has recovered by half.
My what?
Your luck
Oh,
can recover by half.
I got it. All right.
Jack, you get the benefits of a full-blown night's rest, so you're all good. You're at home. Your thirst is quenched. You're full of food, everything. You're all good to go because you didn't go out drinking. And this being the first time you really drink that much alcohol. Slash is why I'm taking some liberty.
That's all good.
All right, there we go. We have, let's do 1 and 1. All right, so Bane should have his dog helmet and dog armor back now. They're not the base items. I had to create them manually on him, but they're there. So it's morning. Slash, you hear, or you're awoken by the morning noises. You hear the Brahmin. You hear all kinds of things just happening. It all is just, it's too loud.
it was probably 1 beer and then 3 beers in 1 hour. Yeah.
Well, you drank one on your way to.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. You're
And then
saying
another
4 beers
3.
in 1 hour, and I'm like, well, it's probably the 1 beer and then 3 beers in 1 hour. Yeah.
Well, even so, I mean, that's
Even
still a
so,
lot.
yeah.
Jack, when you get up in the morning, you find that Slash never made it home. Give me a. Let's see. It's gonna be charisma. Let's go with charisma survival because it's about your relationship with Slash. Difficulty 1. Go for it.
Ooh.
All right, you succeed. You have a feeling that you're probably going to find Slash, hopefully alive, but probably in an alleyway somewhere between here and the tavern, if he didn't get too turned around.
He's still
Also,
debating.
if you want to go looking for him.
I was about to say, I think he's debating whether or not he's going to go look for me.
After that silence, I was like, I'm going to add something.
Okay, so yeah. And so see if I find Slash in the ditch in the alley.
All right. Give me a standard survival. I'm sorry, not standard survival. Perception survival as you go searching for him, looking in the most likely alleyways. All right, and that gives you guys an extra action point. You find Slash. Slash. You find Slash about a block away from home and about a block from the tavern. He made it further than you thought. He actually made it about halfway home and was on the right path. But it's very obvious that he was just like he had never consumed that much alcohol before. It turned up his stomach, and he did it on an empty stomach as well, which more than
good.
Yeah. So
no, I had a beer. I had a beer for to let it sit on. That's a meal.
okay.
No, it's not good enough.
So when you find him, he's obviously not happy right now. He's covered in his ears. He's sitting there moaning. He's like, it's too loud. Just make it all quiet. And I'll leave it to you how you want to handle him.
Okay, so so I
Okay, I didn't pee myself.
yeah, drag him home, get him something to drink, a little bit of something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an old tradition. So start with big slab of bacon, add a little bit of oil, and start wafting it in his direction.
This is after I get to change my clothes.
Sure.
Nobody said anything about your clothes getting changed.
You clean me up. Oh.
Did you say clean them up? If you said clean them up, then okay, I suppose.
Well, I'm presuming he can clean himself up out. But yeah, make sure that the smell of truly greasy food just
Trying to turn my stomach, is that what you're trying to do? Get the rest of it out?
that, and it's an old tradition to pull a stunt like this, so first proper hangover.
I'm letting you guys control this in here. So you yeah, this is your role play for today. I've already made you suffer as much as I can.
I can't tell if that's good or bad, Jack.
Huh?
I said I can't tell if the bacon's going to be good or bad. What do you think? I mean, you've been around.
It should be just fine.
Okay.
That did not sound promising.
Maybe. I guess my difficulties are raised higher.
Yeah, should be at 2 for you for now.
Okay. I probably with the hold on, with the exhaustion, do I get action points?
Oh no, you don't. That's right. You are too exhausted to generate action points. If you'd been quiet about it, you would have gotten them.
I'd rather,
I appreciate honest players, even though I'm being mean to y'all by certain things. Because you were nice about that, you should look at your Touched by the Parallax perk. It would have helped you earlier.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
Basically, you get the reroll.
Right, I see that.
Yeah. Next time, right?
Well, let's see. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So earlier when I made the intelligence roll, got it.
Yeah, when you made the intelligence roll, that would have been the time to use it.
In addition to.
In addition to.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So what you gonna do?
So I'm gonna eat the bacon. I'm probably starved. Yeah, I'm gonna gobble it up without thinking about it, and I have lead belly.
Mm-hmm.
If that would help.
Read it and tell me. Let's determine.
So it just helps out with radiation. So
yeah.
So
No, I'm not making you suffer any radiation issues right now. Just
I was just hoping that some lead belly might help out with any adverse greasy yum food. Yep. Got no potatoes? Mashed potatoes? I don't know, man. What is that called? Instamash? I wonder if I got any.
You might. You collected a lot of things.
Yeah, I think I put most of that food stuff on Betsy. Where are you at? Party sheet, effects, calendar, dice, characters. There we go. Betsy. Or is it on Honey? Maybe on Honey.
So, but yeah, basically, as soon as
Okay. I got an Instamash.
trade, so
I'm gonna level it out with some Instamash after a little bit. Oh, dadgummit. Did the radiation get a honey? Yep, it did.
good thing being a Brahmin, she don't take rats.
Oh, that's right. So I guess I should roll. I need some Instamash. I'm gonna roll this. Well, I guess. Oh, so that went. Hold on. So the radiation went to honey, but it shouldn't. So I got the radiation. So I'm gonna re-roll since I have lead belly.
Mm-hmm.
And no effect. Yay! Why is it still on honey?
Because you're probably because you've somehow selected Honey as your main character at the moment. I see her in the connected characters. In the chat bar on the left hand side, there's a drop down window.
Yeah,
Drop-down.
yeah.
Does that say Honey or does that say slash?
It doesn't. So in the chat, I can't change that. It doesn't have the buttons there, but it doesn't come up with anything to change it. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna. Well, I can't do anything now.
Okay, how about in the top where you see the connected characters? Can you double click slash?
There we go. All right.
There you go. Yeah, just got to remember that.
Yeah. I got multiples. All right. So, oh, okay. Pictures and tokens. So here's another. Huh. That's interesting. So I got a pop-up with a thing that had pictures and tokens on it, and now it has a like two different tokens on it. It says a flat token and the camera token. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
that's
with
part
the
of
new.
their update. They're getting ready to do the view. That's all part of that.
Oh, camera and flat. Oh, got it. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Just close that window. That pops up when you click on your character token
You're
from
right.
your character sheet.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was trying to do to try to get. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw the red thing around the bottle cap
Right.
around your
Mhm.
character tokens. Now that's a new thing I'm doing. Trying to
Sweet.
make them, instead of being like the squares we've had, and try to make them a little bit more
Mhm.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I like the bottle cap. That was nice. Well, after a while of consuming bacon, I'm going to eat the Instamash, so I don't have a big old grease gut. And I'll do what it takes. I'll change my clothes and head over to the doctor, I guess, to get my head looked at. I got an injury and probably don't feel good. See if he's got any hangover medicine to get rid of the exhaustion, I guess.
Okay.
I don't feel so good. Let's go talk to the doctor. Now, unless you want to patch me up. You want to patch me up, Uncle Jack? I'll give you a 75 cap.
Oh, let's see. Scope.
And do you have something for the birds? They're making too much noise.
Sadly, I think the best thing for you is water.
I got plenty of that. I got purified water for days. There we go. Well, I've got 21. I got 40 purified water. That's pretty good for days. Yep.
Yeah, you got plenty.
Huh?
All right. So do you guys want to stay in Carbon for another night and let Slash recover? Or would you prefer to try and get on top of your next objective?
I'm willing to we'll get going, but
Well, I would like to go to, like I said, to the doctor and get my injury taken care of. I don't know if you have any injuries, or if you've already taken care of those.
well, technically I'm all up on everything but the torso, and that just needs a little bit more time to finish healing.
I think, what didn't you say it was like 75 or something like that to treat a wound or something?
It depends on the
At the doc-
state of the wound.
It's treated.
So treated is 75. I'm gonna switch yours a little bit here so I can see the name of it. So injured, treated. Okay. Injured is 100. Treated is 75, and then overall, just healing up. HP
All right.
is 50.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
rad radiation treatment is 100. No matter how much you have to get any radiation treatment, you have to spend 100 caps.
okay. You got anything for a headache? Or actually for a hangover? Endurance.
Let's see here.
Basically, the exhaustion. Do you have anything to get rid of the exhaustion?
Hang on. I'm looking.
Is one of the like jet or something like that?
Whoa! You trying to replace one addiction with another one here, little man? The doctor's quite old. He's known you since you was a kid.
I'm just, I don't know what. I just, you're the doctor.
I'm looking at the different chems right now.
Yeah,
I'm just,
it's cool.
I'm only slightly like that's giving something a little bit more addictive. Slightly.
Well, how about, I don't know what what the effects are of some of that. They have diluted right away, so like a diluted jet. Just enough to clear the eyes. Oh, they have that Mentat. Those.
Mentats. Yeah.
Yeah, is that?
They're not what you're looking for. So the doctor comes back from his medical bay back there. He brings out a few different pill bottles. And he holds one up to you. He says, "This is the one you're probably going to want. Now, it's not going to fix any of your headaches or anything right now, but if you were to, really get addicted to the beer and everything, you want to take this one." He hands it over to you and says that this is Addictahol. It's going to help you, flush out all the things. You still have the headache for a little while, but that'll pass within a day. So this is what I'd recommend. You just, take one of these, go home, get some sleep, and don't touch the bottle again. and it's 125 caps. And he slides the bottle over to you.
Okay. Well, what else you got there? You got anything else, or is that just your recommendation?
This is my recommendation.
Okay.
You can also use this one if you wanted to. It's Calmex. It's a tranquilizer. It'll calm your nerves down. It won't be like the best painkiller out there. You'll still feel the headache, but it won't be as bad. And this will just help you just to stay calm, so that maybe you won't go or feel the need to take some other things. But it is addictive.
Well, how much was the first one then?
The first one's 125. This one's 100.
All right. Well,
He's
I
got
guess
two
I'll go
more
with
over there.
I guess I'll go with the first one then.
He's got two more sitting over there. He's got a total of 4 bottles. If you want to hear
That's
about those.
fine. No, that's all right. They just seem to get kind of weird after a while, and I'll just take the I'll take that.
Okay. He takes the other 3 and stashes them away and leaves the Addictol out and holds his palm out for the caps.
Yeah, I'll give him the caps. So.
All right.
Down to 910. I'm under 1,000.
Uh-oh.
You have to start using this pre-war money.
I wonder who's going to take it.
I know, right?
All right. So you take your Addictol. However, I mean, it doesn't do anything for your state of being. You're still hungry.
Right.
Well, no, you're
Okay.
not starving.
Yeah.
Not full. You're sated right now after
Right.
breakfast. You're quenched on your thirst, but you're still exhausted. You've not really had the rest yet. So, what's next? What do you want to do next?
When you ready to leave, Jack?
Says the man with triple bags under his eyes.
Well, anytime's good for me.
What do you think is going to happen to Jammer's stuff?
I'm finding it hard to even care. So,
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too much to load up on your Brahmin and wander off with it, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I mean, I got a little bit of weight here and there. Oh my God, Jeremy, stop it.
If you guys happen to go by his stall while you're on your way out, you find that the Tang mercenaries have kind of cordoned it off now that your story has gotten around about what happened there and everything. So the local law enforcement, or Tang in this case, has already closed off his stall. They seem to have not exactly confiscated everything, but they're definitely in charge of the inventory there right now. And there are some other merchants out there kind of looking like they may be trying to put some bids in. Looks like it may turn into a auction things off kind of situation.
Alright, so...
With the Tang collecting the money?
Yes.
Yeah. Fire sale. The trying to remember. Was there any of the either the bad drug or the unquestionable chem left in there?
No,
As-
you did see that box. He handed it to a black clad hand into the steel dragonfly before he got on.
So, and the stuff that turned the super mutant into an even bigger super mutant, or made that guy into a super mutant, is gone as well.
Correct. That there was not much of that left to begin with, and either it was all used up during Dr. Soon's testing, or Jammer took it with him. You're not sure which, but you know it's gone.
Okay, so not terribly concerned because mostly weapons and gear. So, all right. So when we're ready to go,
I just before we leave, I'd like to get like 50 rounds for my shotgun.
There is another weapon merchant there. Jammer was just the largest weapon merchant. And with him gone, these other weapon merchants there, while the merchants themselves are over there at his stall trying to get some of his supplies, they got their assistants at their stalls still, and they're still selling. So you're able to find it at the base cost plus 10%.
Okay. Cost is 3 caps. All right. All right. Take my money. Let's see here. Oh, 150. Here, there.
Now,
Okay.
There is, so let me push that out to you. While they haven't started selling everything yet, all of this is still, this is the inventory that is available at Jammer's stall.
What's that?
I shared it.
Oh, it didn't populate for me. I don't know.
not yet. Okay, there it is.
Oh. Okay.
All right. And you should also be able to find these things under shops on the right-hand side.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the shops. Power Fist. And we had plasma grenades?
Mhm.
And had some javelins. Hell yeah. Just not the shoulder mounted ones, I guess. Yep.
And give me 1 second here. I'm getting ready to add a little bit, not directly into that shop, because I'm generating it, but it'll be, you might like what you see. That cleared the link. That's not what I wanted. Oh, goodness. Well, it's not going to go the way I wanted it to.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to just drag over, but I cannot just drag it over. So I'm going to add a couple of high-ticket items here. Yeah, that'd be a good one to add. So there's a commotion in the back as you hear them talk about, oh, this is a good find. There was a secret stash. And they found a long plasma rifle, a Deathclaw gauntlet, and a Gatling laser. So, if you guys are wanting to stick around for that auction, going once, going twice.
I'm just looking at the. Oh, good lord! No, they can keep that. Hold on. Long plasma rifle. I don't know if I want that. Damage rating is 6. Ouch. Close quarters. Interesting. The long plasma rifle has medium range but close quarters. Huh. That's a weird weapon. I'm not tagged.
Okay. This is just like if you want to. There's no
Right.
requirement.
Deathclaw gauntlet. Is that a melee weapon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is.
The damage rating is 5. What's your knuckles?
4.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought it was like 3.
3. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it is 3. Okay.
Okay, guys. We do kind of have first-person view. I'll make you use it in a little bit.
But no, not really.
So what do you think? No? Yes?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. All right. Ooh. I want to look at one thing real quick and then I'm good.
Okay.
I don't know how many. Trying to see how many frag grenades I have. Oh, I got 10. Okay, I'm good. Yeah. All right. So I think I will pick up a frag mine or 2. There we go.
You good?
Hey. Give me a second. I'm gonna change my caps. 660. All right. Good to go.
All right. So you are here at Carbon. You need to make your way up to. We use ping mode. You need to make your way up to there.
Hey.
We have pinging. So real quick, quick tutorial. In the top of the map, I believe you have the controls. You'll have You'll see like the ping or sonar icon. That is your ping mode. Next to that is view mode token and view mode camera, which we will use on the next map. Is that you all have those controls?
So I've got
You
zoom to
work,
fit, video mode toggle, view mode toggle token,
Mm-hmm.
Ping mode,
and
yes.
then ping. Okay.
They aren't grayed out, so that's...
So click on the ping and see if you can ping the map. There you go. And you
That
just
last-
click on it again to exit the
Take it
mode.
off.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, I like
Alright.
section.
Hmm?
Oh no, I thought I was gonna like section. Well,
What is section? Where is that one at?
selection mode. Never mind. Okay, I thought it was like a zoom in,
Oh,
but it's not.
yeah, no. Still just a scroll wheel for zooming. Or if you hold down Control C will zoom in, Control X will zoom out. All right. So you
Z
are
doesn't.
4 days away from this location. You know, Jack, you know this area that you've been pointed towards to be what used to be called Wichita, I think. Texas. Wichita, Texas. And there were some main roads before that went there. You know that there was some Air Force base there. And if any place was going to be a good place for a high tech paramilitary group to settle down in, it was probably the Air Force base. Unless it was completely decimated, then maybe they'd go somewhere else. But the Air Force base seems like the best option to try and look at first. Thoughts?
Gonna be an interesting trip.
All right. So since this is an area that you have not gone to before, you will need to take enough supplies for each day of the trip, as far as the survival aspects of this goes. And I will need to know exactly how long you want to try and trek for, how many breaks you want to take, and how you're going to set up your sentry duty if you do take any breaks.
So the travel is like what? Like a day per county there?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can reduce that. If I make a successful perception survival test with, depending on the difficulty you set, I can cut it down to half.
Mm-hmm. You just are you requesting to make that roll right now?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay. Area you haven't been to since before the war, so difficulty is going to be 2. Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay.
And don't forget that you guys do
Porter.
have some action points there.
True.
Okay, so what's next?
So
Unless you want to do some
40
rerolls there.
Oh, I've got plenty of supplies, and then there's more on the Brahmin. So
Yeah, we have water and food for a small army.
not
That's
near
true.
that
You
much.
do. Almost.
But yeah, figure trying to do the best, but obviously not so good. I guess I'll take first watch, at least for the first night.
Yeah, probably would be a good thing. I don't know how far we'll get anyhow with my hangover.
Yep. So, not necessarily because of your hangover, but well, I mean, it is because of your hangover, but more directly, it's because of your exhaustion right now. Slash, I need you to make a endurance athletics. And make sure that you are, you have Slash selected instead of Honey or Betsy, because that's who's on the map right now, apparently, is one of those two.
Gotcha. So you just said just double click on Slash. All right.
Yeah, that should fix it for you.
And then endurance who?
Endurance athletics. All right. So you make about half a day,
Mhm.
and Slash is just unable to go any further. He collapses. Jack, you think, I mean, if you want to go any further, you would have to sling Slash over the back of one of the Brahmin. He's not dehydrated, but he is so out of it. He was sleepwalking basically until the moment he collapsed.
Just exhausted.
So, look around for like shaded spot. Presumably, we're in or near a town because there seem to be a lot of little towns. Or what used to be a town.
What used to be a town, yeah. It's not an actual populated area right now. What you know of the area that you're going to be traveling through, there's no major settlements. There are a few nomadic groups in this area that come into Carbon to sell their Brahmin. Carbon is a primary Brahmin. That's their primary resource. But they kind of import Brahmin from the nomadic groups north of Carbon. So there are, of some that are nomadic around here, but you haven't seen any signs of them recently, at least with your half-day travel. But you are close enough to a few buildings, old farmhouse buildings, that you think you could get him to one of them to be able to set up a small camp for the night, or for the rest of the afternoon and then the night. So if that is what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's do... I need... I keep losing the random encounter I'm wanting to use. or the generator, because it's like, oh, I can generate specifically hostiles or specifically feral ghouls. No, I need the generator that will decide if it's going to be hostile, then pick from a hostile group. I keep losing that one. Is it here? No, it's got to be here. Yeah, there it is. I'm looking on the wrong window for it, is what it was. Let's roll. All right.
Yay.
A random object. You've come across a small crater in the ground, not too far from the barn that you've decided to set camp up in. You noticed it on your way in, Jack, but you was like, nah, I need to get Slash inside, get him settled, and then I'll investigate it. When you arrive at the crater, you find that it contains a dented but still intact safe that you can attempt to pick.
Perception.
So I'm going to set because, well, I'll let you decide how difficult do you want it, because the number of caps you'll get in there is XD20, where X is the difficulty. So do you want a chance for a lot of caps, increasing your difficulty, or do you want it to be fairly simple for a smaller reward?
Do you have anything in lockpicking?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I don't.
Actually, just fine.
Huh?
I see the 20 caps there.
Well, that's if the
That's
difficulty is
just
set
the base
to 1.
number.
That's an example. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's going to be 1 times, like whatever the difficulty is. So if the difficulty is 1, it's going to be 1 time 1d20. If it's going to be difficulty 2, it'll be 2d20.
two should be just fine.
All right. Difficulty is set at 2. Make your lockpicking roll. You do not succeed. You snap unless you want to do a reroll here, any luck or anything. But
Take a bobby pin.
yeah, you'll lose a bobby pin either way. Well, I'm sorry, not either way. If you don't reroll, or if you don't hit the 2 success, you'll lose a bobby pin. But are you going to reroll? Use luck to reroll, or any other perks?
No.
No? Okay. Go ahead and take a bobby pin off your inventory then. You can continue to attempt to lockpick this until you have either jammed the lock or run out of bobby pins, or succeed at lockpicking it.
I've run out of bobby pins.
You've already run out of bobby pins?
Yeah, never had any.
Yep.
Never had? Okay,
I've got
well, you had
I
one
have
for
5.
free there.
I have 5.
You scrounge Slash's body, you find bobby pins. You got 5. You got 4 bobby pins left. Slash, take those off your inventory. Jack, you put them on your inventory. Take one off at least, unless Jack is going to take the rest.
No, I don't.
No? Okay, so just remove 1 bobby pin then, Slash.
Okay.
All right. So that is the end of day 1, although you only got halfway through the first counting. Jack, you are a bit perturbed.
Disappointed, but not terribly surprised.
Yes. That would be the case. So I will now need you both to consume a day's worth of food and a day's ration, food and drink. It will allow you both to be set to full and quenched. Jack, you are going to be one step down from rested because you're basically going to have to take the full watch. Slash is just as his exhaustion level, he's just not going to be able to take a shift. All right. Slash, you, after the day, yeah, you're also going to be at the tired level. You're not fully recovered, but it's enough to get you back on your feet.
Okay. Is there a descriptor for tired, or is it just one step away from exhausted? Is that what that is?
No, tired is what you are just after. So rested is like good to go.
Right.
Tired is the next step. Exhausted is like the worst. Weary is next to worst. Tired, rested.
Okay.
Tired if you're no longer fully alert, but you're still awake. After 8 hours of tired, you gain 1 fatigue and become weary. So you're okay. You don't have any fatigue now. Same with you, Jack. Neither one of you got fatigue. But you're both tired, and you will need to definitely at the end of the next of the coming travel day, you're going to want to take a rest because you're going to travel for at least 8 hours, which will add to the fatigue, and you'll become weary at that point.
So, should we, just take another half day of movement and then rest again?
You could do that. You could do travel for 4 hours instead of 8. That way you don't gain a level of exhaustion. And then you could both rest up and be good to go for the next day.
All right.
So I guess we'll take another half a day, take it easy and get rested up so that we're fresh when we start getting closer.
All right. At the end of the next day, you meet someone claiming to be a person you already know, searching for donations or recruits for that person's faction or group. They'll flee if they believe that their ruse has been seen through. Okay. It's going to be an easy one for you guys. While you're resting, you found another farm to rest at. You see a guy walk by. He notices activity in the barn house and comes over and says, "Hey there, fellas. How are you doing?"
Oh, I guess we're okay. Who are you?
Well, my name's not important right at the moment. I want to make sure you're the kind of people I'm looking for first. You look like the capable sort. You got a couple of Brahmin, maybe merchants and mercenaries, or just yeah.
Well,
Guns for hire, maybe?
we do know how to use our weapons, and sometimes we trade, and I got weapons and some armor, and maybe even a little food we could trade.
Well, how much combat have you seen?
Oh, we've seen a little bit. That's how I get half of our inventory is from people that wander into our well,
Line of fire?
ain't too. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, he steps over, reaches out his hand to shake yours, and will you return the gesture, Slash?
yeah, I guess he would. Yeah.
Okay. As you do, he grips your hand pretty tight, not any kind of hostile way, just a firm handshake like your dad is taught you.
Right.
But he pulls you in a little bit closer and he brings up his left hand, balls his fist, and jams you right in the shoulder. So I represent a little secret faction that we're looking for some capable hands to help us out. All you got to do is, donate a little bit of gear as a one-time down payment to be initiated into the organization. And then we send you out on missions, and you keep on getting to do what you've been doing, what you're good at. You keep the loot, and you get paid on top of it in cold, hard cash. What do you think about that? Hold on. So, what? You're rolling melee here. What are you rolling melee for?
I'm punching, dude.
Okay.
After he
That
jams
was
me,
faster than I was
after he jams me and starts babbling about being a hero, yeah, I punch
He
him.
didn't say a thing about being a hero.
I
No,
know,
he
but
didn't.
but yes, he didn't say it directly, but he is saying, he's doing the whole jammer spiel. So yeah, he's getting. This is jammer, and he's getting jammed.
Damn.
Okay.
So
Let me reset the difficulty because I don't have a. I'm not changing the combat tracker up for this
That's-
little encounter.
Yeah, that's fine.
So let me set things. You got defensive 1. Okay, which means you would have hit with your
Okay,
first roll
okay.
there. So if you spent luck or anything, return your luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, don't just start rolling like that. Tell me what you're going to do so I can set difficulties.
Sorry.
I understand. I understand why you did it, but because I have to change the difficulties this way, just give me a heads up first.
Yeah, my apologies.
So yeah, go and roll damage on that.
I don't know exactly what the damage would be. Is that just my strength, or not
It
strength?
should
I guess.
be.
But
Hold on. You
Oh.
did.
I just grabbed unarmed and threw it out there. So
Yeah. Hold on. Let me
But
see if I can find it here.
I don't see anything on my combat tracker.
Armor skill,
for an
courage,
unarmed.
ability, fight with your fists. Melee damage. Here we go. Melee damage. Your melee damage statistics lists any bonus damages. Okay. Additional. Well, good grief. Because that's not what I'm looking for either. That's just how much you add.
damage rating 2.
Where you find that at?
Melee weapons, unarmed strike.
Okay, I was on my way there. So yeah, 2DC plus. What is your strength at?
Hold on.
5. So no
5.
plus.
Okay.
So yeah, two damage die.
Wow. Take that.
For 2 damage. What is okay? There's his HP. All right. Goodness, you're gonna have to make me pull out paper.
Sorry.
It's fine. Hang on.
Hey, you kind of did it to me, unfortunately. He's in his. Yep.
He's in an interesting place.
He's in he found out he's no longer a hero, and then somebody else come up trying to tell him he's a hero. Oh boy.
All good, all good. All right. He's stag. Hold on. Hit location humanoid. Right arm.
Okay.
All right. So
jam me, buddy. I'm gonna jam your back.
So he jams you in the right shoulder. No damage done. It's very much
Right.
like you're used to. But when you punch him in the right shoulder, he kind of steps back. Like he's got a little bit of shock on his face for a brief moment, but he recovers his composure. Is like, oh man, that's quite a jam you got there, buddy. You fit in well with the group.
I'm gonna swing again.
Okay.
I actually stepped closer and flipped the hood off.
Oh, you don't have a hood on.
No, he's talking about himself.
Oh, okay. You're
So he can see my face, actually.
okay. Are you glowing intentionally? Like, are you going to attempt to actually
No, just
glow up, or just be your?
normal, half-rotted self.
Okay. He glances at you, and it doesn't seem to faze him. He's like, well, that's and he's still kind of rubbing his shoulder a bit. That's quite the jam you got there. I've been jammed once. I've jammed you, and he pointing at you as you're stepping closer, Jack. He's like, I'm good. I mean, you guys are, is my offer insulting? He's starting to pick up on the hostility a little bit now. Slash, you said you were okay. Jack, you're doing something.
I look behind him like, well, y'all don't seem to have much of nothing on. Well, you don't seem to be bringing much around, so kind of wondering how legit you are. And
Well,
kind of wave the hand that I've got the knuckles in on. And like, maybe you should go find some other folks to hang around with.
well, you guys, you're missing out. My camp's not far from here. Could have come by and dropped off the initiation fee, but I can tell that being heroes is not your cup of tea, so I'll be on my way. And he turns to walk away. A bit of a extra pep in his step.
Yeah. I grabbed the empty can of baked beans that I had, and I toss it at him on his way out.
With some force, or just kind of get on out of here kind of thing.
Enough to hit him, but I will aim to hit, but not aim to damage, shall we say?
Okay.
So I will control the thrust. I will control the thrust, but I won't. But I will make sure that it hits him.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to
throwing skill check.
Oh well.
It clatters to the ground, not too far from him, but it's just like you misjudged the weight of the empty can. And but when it clatters, he hears it, and you see him kind of like stutter step a little bit as he picks up his pace a bit more. He's like, I'm going. You guys just not the heroes I'm looking for. And he disappears.
You're trying to push a button there. You better disappear. The next one's going to be a full can, damn it.
That's okay.
The GM is pushing buttons. Attempting.
Yes.
All right. So you guys settle in for the night. Go ahead and change your rest to rested. So you're fully rested. Y'all can rotate that around.
Okay.
Consume your rations for the day. All right, so since you only made it halfway, half a day's travel the first day, and you only did another half a day today, you are. Actually, where do I have the? There's a campfire. It has not been moved in a while. You were only there. So you still have 3 days left after what was originally a 4-day trip, has now turned into a 5-day trip. No, 6-day. Something like that. You've only gotten a day's travel in so far because of the exhaustion level that Slash had originally. At this point, Jack, because y'all have been on the road for so long, you've taken extra time to rest and everything. You do have the opportunity now, if you wish, to try and re-navigate your route to cut some time off if you want.
All right.
And remind me again, if you succeed, how much is cut off?
It's reduced to half.
To half? Okay.
Survival.
All right, there you go. All right, so you take a look at you borrow Slash's Pip-Boy for a little bit, and you take a look at the map, loading up some of the old world maps that the Pip-Boy has in its archives, and you believe you found an expressway, provided that the roads are still there. Which most of the roads you picked out are flat. There are no bridges that could be possibly destroyed. And you believe you found a way to cut your travel time down.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3 days, a day and a half now. What was that, Slash?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was for the full route or the county or what. But you answered right when I started to ask.
Yeah, full route. Which means we'll roll one more random encounter.
Oh, 20.
20.
Protectrons.
Subway steward. You see on your way, you see an entrance to a subway, not too far off your route. I'll leave it up to you if you want to investigate or not. You see a couple of, or at least one. We'll say one for the moment because we haven't rolled the actual number of Protectrons yet. But you see one subway Protectron patrolling the entrance to the subway. You, on occasion, you hear it say something about have your tickets ready.
Do I know of any way to use the Pip-Boy to reprogram? Since we've had some interaction with robots?
You know that it's possible. However, the hollow tapes that you have were for the specific serials. Like they work for the ones that were on the network at the hospital, and then you have the one for the ones at Raven Watch. But this one's on a different network, so you would have to first find, at least with your current skill level, you would have to first find the holotape that gives you access to this one's network.
Okay. I'll try.
Okay.
I get a science. I get a science of 1.
Well, you would have to go down into a unit that you'd have to go down to the physical computer that controls them and print out. So just like
okay.
you did at the clinic and at Ravenwatch, you had to print out access to give you remote access. You wouldn't have any remote access until you get to the central computer first, which will be down inside of the subway. Which you can still do. I mean, I'm not stopping you from that. I just want to make sure you understand that this will be like actually going into the subway. Do you have tickets? Kind of thing. So, thoughts?
We don't. We do. Can we make our way around these guys?
Oh yeah.
Off to one side, so
Yeah, you're fairly certain based on your knowledge. I mean, you got to look at the protocols for the different Protectron personalities, and a subway steward really shouldn't bother you much unless you try to go past where it's asking for a ticket at.
Okay.
Now you can, if you guys wish, you could like mark this place on your map.
That's what my second thought was.
yeah.
So put a pin on it.
Put a pin in it. All right, let me. Let's do that. We will drag this over to right there, and let's see. Make it shareable. You should be able to see a pin there now.
Yep.
Okay.
A green pin.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So yeah, we'll mark that on the Pip-Boy, and we'll do a little bit of investigation. Do we just see the one, or?
Yeah. Up front, you just see the one guarding. Not really guarding, but more gatekeeping, taking. If this was a busy time, it'd be taking tickets at the entrance to the subway.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna go ask it how much the ticket is.
Oh. Okay. I can't get into the mind of a robot at the moment.
That's fine.
But let's see. I should be able to. So, oh no, that just gave me submachine gun. There were subway tokens at one point in time. Oh, they're in Fallout 4, but they're not in here. He'll tell you. I think inflation was high at the time of the bombs and everything, so it's going to be a $50. We'll see if your character can figure out what that means.
You mean some of this stuff? And like, do you take caps, or do you take this paper money?
He'll respond to the effect that only legal U.S. currency is valid.
Jack? I'll hold up like $500.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have that much.
Yep. And
do I know my numbers? I guess I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you know your number because you can count out caps. I don't know if you know your written numbers.
Yeah.
Pick odd or even.
Even. There we go.
You know your written numbers.
All right, cool. Wow. That's a little bit of my money, I guess. Whew. How much was an egg? Okay. So do I give you the $50?
This unit can accept cash.
And so I'll If I have a 50, I guess I'll give them a 50. That'd be the easiest way. If not, then I'll just count out, $50 and.
Okay. Yeah. Take 50 off of
Uh,
there. I will.
Where do you, okay. 449. There we go.
Yeah, that is the one thing they've changed is I can't edit the items in line now. I have to open up the item window. So that's a little bit extra step. So you now have a subway token. No effects, 50 USD. We'll leave the bottle cap cost empty for now. I'm going to have to figure that out at another time. But you
right.
have one subway token now.
Okay. Does that let both of us in?
Each rider must have a subway token.
Is there a price for two?
Each ticket costs $50.
Alright. Now this is a bit of a stretch here. But would they have something like the
A pass?
the pass or the reduced price thing? Where
Multi-pass.
broadly speaking, yes.
There, I mean, you remember, Jack, that there was like the subway card that you could swipe, and you have so many rides on it. But did you have one or not? That is the question. I'm going to give it a 25% chance.
You look.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll a d20. 1 through 5, you have one, and you actually still have it on you. It's like one of your memorabilia from before the war. And of course, 6 through 20 is you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Look
Wow.
at that. It bounced.
All right.
It was like sitting there. For me, it was sitting on 18 and then bounced off the wall.
Yeah, I'm still getting lag on the dice rolls for who knows what reason. I'm adding the item for you. Subway pass.
Multi-pass.
No, I can't.
There are legal reasons why we can't do that.
Yeah, I don't even know how much trouble we get into for just saying it. Probably none, but
Yeah, I mean that movie's old enough.
You swipe the card and see that you have 14 rides left.
Okay.
Actually, let me not put it there. Well, yeah, put it there, but also put it down in the description. All right. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, what you got there, Jack?
Something from before the war.
Hey, Slash, did you take the 50 pre-war money off yet?
Yes, I did.
It's still showing $4.99 on my side.
It says 449. Maybe hold on. Now?
Now, yep, it works now. Where you're still
Okay,
editing it?
No, I still had the highlighted.
Yeah,
So I
that's
highlighted.
what I meant. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, so I went and highlighted something else.
Didn't send it over to me yet until you clicked off of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you, Slash, you got a subway token. Jack, you have a card with 14 rides on it. So I mean, at this point, are you guys going to go ahead and venture into the subway, or?
No, I guess I just want to have it, for if we do come back. Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to see, he just wanted the experience to come up and just do something fun. So,
All right. Gotcha.
That might actually be of interest to somebody else later.
yeah, and just like, oh, cool. I wanted to take it with me. That sounds like a difficult. All right. Hey, I just want to interact with it. So, kind of, see how dangerous it was. And, Jack's like, oh, it's not dangerous. He just sells and takes tickets. Oh, okay. And go buy a ticket. So, all right. Bought a ticket. We pinned the place. And depending, it may be, something that these other people might want.
Yep. All right, then. You've rested. You had a day and a half left. Go ahead and consume one more day's worth of rations. Brings up what is this? A note. Oh, no, this is not going to get, this will get a full label on it later when I update the map.
Uh-oh.
As you're consuming your rations, I will prepare the next part here. I still don't have the share in this mode.
Ah. Oh, well.
Decrease. Huh. All right. This map may take a moment to load. It's a brand new map that I did not have last time to preload for you guys. Let me know when it loads up. You are going to be at the top, kind of in the center, off center to the right, actually.
Yeah, it just loaded up.
Yep, I can see it now.
And then
it started to drop off a bunch of drunk and stuff.
Huh?
It is loading. There we go. Sorry.
Okay.
It hasn't fully loaded up. There's a couple icons popping in and stuff like that. But go ahead.
All right. I would suggest that you guys go and click on the view mode toggle camera. Things are not perfect. You'll see that the car is like, if you see the car yet, I don't know if you'll see it yet, but the car is kind of like not right. But all the other character tokens and everything work out perfectly fine, it seems. The walls that you see to your left and right, if you see them, they're not solid walls. They are fence, chain link fence patched together, a few sheets of metal here and there that do create a solid barrier, but nothing that's going to prevent your line of sight out there. And off to the right-hand side, you see a bunch of wastelanders that they look very much scared half to death. They have a old man in a power armor suit, helmet, no helmet to be seen, just the suit part, marching around in front of them, yelling at them, and do tell me, is the map loaded up for you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as you get closer and you're walking by, you see the merchants there. You hear a strong voice coming from this guy in the power armor.
Listen up, maggots. You think you've got what it takes to wear the colors of the Brotherhood? Well, I've seen Robin with more fight in him than some of you sorry excuses for wastelanders. And don't think for a second that I'm here to coddle you. You want to survive out there? You want to make it in this wasteland? You better shape up and you better do it fast. You think this is some kind of game? This ain't no stroll through the park. This is the Brotherhood. We eat danger for breakfast and spit out victory before lunchtime. You want to be a part of that? Then you better start acting like it. You'll be pushed to your limits, tested in ways you never thought possible. But that's what it takes to be one of us. We don't accept second best, we don't tolerate weakness, and we sure as heck don't have time for cowards. So listen up, recruits. You've got a long road ahead of you, and I'll be a Brahmin's mother if I let any of you drag us down. Shape up or ship out, because this is a brotherhood. Only the strong survive. Now get out there and show me what you're made of.
The recruits all in unison scream, "Yes, sir," and start running around. They're doing push-ups. They're running rallies. He's the knight commander. You wouldn't know he's knight commander, but anyway, that's what I'm going to call him. The knight commander. He's going between different groups of them, yelling at them, still getting in their faces, waving his metallic, power-armored hand right in their faces with the knife, the good old military knife hand, as they are running around. And you think you see some of them even like maybe soil their pants a little bit when he comes up behind them and just scares the living daylights out of them. And several of the merchants, the traders standing nearby, they're watching, they're laughing at these wastelanders. And quite the sight to be seen. What would you like to do?
Jack. Are they training them guys to be heroes?
Wouldn't say heroes, but
Wouldn't say heroes, but
soldiers definitely.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to be a soldier. Do you want to be a soldier?
Wasn't terribly interested last time I had the opportunity. Besides, they may not have. Well, awful lot of people haven't liked me much since the war, so.
Well, do you think that these are the guys that we're looking for?
Certainly hope so.
Yeah, I can't. After those 4 beers, my head's a little foggy. What we supposed to do again?
So, just trying to not be too. Well, why don't I try and talk to these people first and see what we can find out.
All right. I'll
Actually,
take it.
head towards one of the brothers just in front here.
okay. So again, we're gonna do a little bit of messing around with the new features here. We're at 2 hours. We still got a little bit of time left. If you switch over to the view mode toggle token, with your token selected, and then using the middle mouse button or does this? No, that doesn't. Yeah, use the middle mouse button to rotate the camera upwards. You should actually be able to see directly from your token point of view then. Is that working for you?
Okay, so what's the button that we're supposed to be toggling?
So
View
it
mode.
says view mode toggle token, dash token.
All right.
So you got the one that looks like a camera, and then you got the one that looks like a person.
Yeah. Fuck. Looks like not. And trying to get it to work somehow got me X'd out of that map, so...
Okay. Hold on. I'll get you back in the map. That's something they still need to work on, is let me share the map while it's in my large view. Maybe I can leave it like this for now. All right. Did you get it back?
I've got the map back, just getting so I can...
All right.
Get... So... to... guess this one here?
Okay.
And... start was like, well... and basically explain... found... Would I actually remember the name Vertibird from before the war?
No, that's more of a post-war term.
Okay. Alright, so... or... but would I remember the pre-war term?
Oh,
The-
well, yeah, you would know the pre-war term, helicopter. There were various versions of them, but the general classification is helicopter.
Alright, like... hi, excuse me, and basically ran into some folks that have functioning helicopters down south of here.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well,
And they're rather hostile to a number of the folks around, so...
well, it's not really my place to do anything about it. However, this being our forward operating base in this area and where we are recruiting new initiates and recruits, suppose you ought to go talk with the scribe initially.
Alright. Can you direct me that way, please?
Enter here through the motor pool, and then you will take a right, taking the only other exit out of the motor pool. Follow the road, the sidewalk, all the way to the end until it has only a right-hand turn left, and there you will find yourself at the base supply depot, and you want to speak with Scribe Olivia. I think it's Scribe Olivia. Let me double check that. Yep, Scribe Olivia Cole. She'll handle your questions from there and your initiation process.
Thank you for your time, and start heading that direction.
All right. Here, let me unlock token movement so you guys can move freely. So if you go into token view and you can get it to work, you can actually use WASD to move your token around. Like an actual FPS.
Okay, that's cool, but it's...
Oh, you guys don't like it, do you?
I can't see anything.
Use
Yeah,
the
because
middle mouse button, just like you would normally drag the map around in the top-down view. Hold and push the mouse upward, and it'll rotate the camera up from the bottom, from looking at the floor to looking forward.
yeah, it's not doing that for me.
I can move the camera, like... I can move the... okay. I seem to be moving the token, but I can't seem to move so I can see around.
Well, that's middle mouse button. Hold the middle mouse button to rotate the camera angle.
Maybe it's different mouse, but... I've got a trackball.
Oh. I didn't know you had a
all
trackball.
that fun stuff doesn't work for me.
Okay, I didn't know you had a trackball.
Oh,
My bad.
yeah. Besides, I've never encountered middle mouse button. I've got one button that'll do, and then left click, right click kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, I guess you'll just stick with the
Yeah.
top-down view. All right, you got your. Although, yeah, I mean, you could do the. Probably could still do the camera to get a little bit of 3D view if you wanted to. But yeah, doesn't look like first person will work for you with the trackball. Slash, you stuck?
No, you said to go out and to the what's we do the sidewalk and to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What is this square box?
Oh, I
don't
grabbed Jack.
know.
I didn't. Yeah, that is weird. I grabbed Jack instead of myself, I think.
Okay, it's gone now.
Oh, yep. That's where it was before. And yeah.
All right, you find Scribe Livia Cole in the inventory station or the warehouse. She has a small section where she's standing at that is full of books. And there's a few on the shelves, but most of them are stacked up on the ground as there's not a lot of room for the books. Most of this area is full of crates, some marked as ammunition, some marked as weapons. And then off to the right-hand side, you see some crates that are a little lower tech. Those seem to be what they're accepting from traders or from villages as that trade comes in. But the two left sections of crates are more high-tech and have the Brotherhood logo on there. She doesn't notice you when you walk in.
Okay.
She
I-
has her face buried in a book.
The polite cough. It's like, and pardon me, miss, but and basically go and explain what's. I was told to report this to you. I think your Scribe Cole.
Yes, that's right. I'm Scribe Cole. Well, that's a very interesting thing that you have reported there. We've heard of another faction here that has access to advanced technology, much like ours. However, I must ask, are you sure that you've seen this other faction using these flying vehicles, and you're not potentially seeing ours?
I described the symbol and the fact that they're painted pretty much all black.
Okay.
And now, player don't know squatski about this, but I seem to recall vaguely some small bit of info. They don't have like huge amounts of paint, and they may pretty their stuff up, but it's bare metal as much as they can get away with.
Yeah, that a bit. I mean, they have the ability to dye cloth pretty well, but as far as metal goes, yeah, it's usually pretty bare or rust colored. So when you describe it to her, her eyes light up. Levels. Oh, this is fascinating. Another faction that has vertebrates, and this will be the first time both of you are hearing that term.
Yeah, they look like dragonflies.
I could see how someone in your position might make that mistake. She tries to hide a bit of a certain demeanor in her words. You can tell that she's picking her words carefully there.
Yeah.
Try not to laugh at me.
But yeah, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We will look into it as soon as we have the time to.
All right.
And she turns her head back down to her book.
Yeah. And actually, I go and explain all the way back to the missing husband bit. What these people have been doing, just in case it makes any difference.
She listens intently, and you can tell that she has sympathy for the missing people. But she doesn't really give you any indication that it increases the severity of it for them. Yeah, we've only recently arrived here. We have our own objectives, things that we see as more important. I will, of course, bring this up to the next meeting of the elders when I submit my report to them. We'll see what they say, but I believe we're probably set on our current mission here, and until we have at least the majority of that handled and we can spare the resources, I don't know that we're really going to be able to look into that yet.
What's your current mission?
I'm not sure they can actually tell us that. Or I'm not making no assumptions in that direction.
She begins to try and say something about it, but Initiate. Let me pull up his character sheet so I can get his name correctly. Initiate Nate steps over fairly quickly and says, "The details of our current mission are need to know, and only for those that are authorized. So, if you'd like, you can join up. You can meet the Knight Commander and undergo the recruit process."
I don't know. Last time I got recruited, well, anyhow, that's a story.
Huh.
There are.
Mason?
I've shared both their portraits with you now. I took a lot of time to make those. No, not really. AI generated. Cole's, Olivia's portrait, actually, that was like one of the first things AI spit out. I was like, it's perfect. And then I put the green tint on it. I was like, yep, there's no mistaking that is the perfect image for this character. You notice that Nathan Thompson is wearing combat armor. It is, of course, designed or painted, dyed in the Brotherhood colors. It has the Brotherhood logo on the chest.
Notice y'all got lots of fancy armor. I got some armor too. Excuse me.
The armor is only as good as the person wearing it,
Oh.
just like the weapons.
Yeah, I just modified mine recently. And he'll pull out his shotgun. And this is my cheesecake factory right here. This will put holes in anything. Let me tell you.
I think I've run into a few things that probably wouldn't, but If we run into those, we're better off running no matter what we've got.
We'll see. I modified the could be the gobbly. What's the words? Give me a second.
Barrel.
Well, let me open up the long assault here. No, where's the shotgun? Oh, here we go. All right. The buttons are different. Mods. Okay. So I modified the receiver here. Well, this thing will spit out shells like no tomorrow. And then put a little bit of long barrel on it and got my stock here. And, well, this is the only the scope I could find. So, but it works out good. Gives me a little bit more range. Go pew pew.
Looking at Nathan, he seems wholly unimpressed with your modifications in your shotgun. However, even though his expression shows contempt, perhaps, for your shotgun, he is definitely looking down his nose as he speaks in this next phrase. Well, you know, the Brotherhood is always happy to welcome those that can bring their own gear. Might get you a leg up in recruit training.
I don't know if we came here to be recruits. We were just looking for some help, and because these guys, they've got a whole army, and they got a bunch of what'd you call them, vertibirds?
Vertibirds.
Yeah.
Scribe Olivia spoke out of turn, perhaps. The Scribe Olivia looks over and says, "You do well to keep your place, initiate. You may be part of the military side of things, but I do outrank you still in years and rank." And Nathan swallows. He realizes that he is, of course, kind of overstepping his bounds there, and that Olivia is correct, but he is not happy about it. You have to excuse the initiate. He is fresh out of the recruit training, and Knight Commander Marvin is quite thorough in his instruction. The initiate is, as you say, overzealous in the commands and the orders and the tradition of the Brotherhood. However, he has yet to learn the aspect of discretion, and there are times when perhaps we will share things we typically would not. As in this case, sharing the name of that particular type of technology allowed us to gain more information from you. A worthwhile exchange. She as she says the worthwhile exchange, she gives Scribe Initiate or Initiate Nathan a sideways glance, and he scrunches his face and lowers his head a bit as he's once again being put in his place.
Yeah, and haven't seen, well, that's first one of those I've seen since the worst day of my life. But I guess if we, I don't know that we have anything more to tell you at this point. But yeah, you seem to be busy, so.
Did we tell you how many they had?
Well, as I understood, they had several. I didn't get an exact count.
When we left, there were still 4 of them, and they had powered armor.
You didn't actually see any power armor.
Well, okay.
You can rephrase it.
Did we see?
Well, unless you want to lie.
Didn't we see the gunner? The gunner?
You saw the glowing eyes. That's all you've seen. Yes, player knowledge, that is the power armor.
Yeah.
Character knowledge, glowing eyes.
Well, actually, yes. So I describe it, but it's like This is what they have as well, so take
That
what
does-
you will.
That sounds very similar to the. Oh goodness. The night or the goggles our power armor suits have, although we use a different color. Interesting. Perhaps this does merit a little bit more expedited reporting to the elders. She steps over.
They had big guns. They were shooting bullets at us. They said, they about tore me in half.
Mm.
She steps over to the computer terminal next to her, and she types up. She takes a few minutes to type things up, and then she sends it off and says, "Well, there. I've sent the full report to the elders. I marked it as urgent, given the potential for them to have power armor on the same level as ours. We'll see what the elders say. In the meantime, it doesn't seem to me like the two of you are very interested in joining up as recruits. However, we do have in our budget the ability to hire on some mercenaries if you're looking for any work."
Well, that's perfectly acceptable. And there are a couple of homegrown groups here that maybe, if you're willing and they're willing to reach out to you, might be able to share information. And we happen to be in contact with at least one of those groups. And hopefully we can, if they're amenable and you're amenable, we could either be a means of contact or get the two groups in contact with each other separate from us.
That would be a task for another time. We are not ready yet to interact with any other groups or organizations at this time. We're dealing with local merchants, of course, and settlements, taking in new recruits, hiring a few mercenaries here and there, but we're not wanting to interact with any factions on a higher level yet. That being said, even if you are part of another faction, as long as you don't interfere with our own goals, we have no problem hiring you as third-party mercenaries.
Well, yeah, I guess we don't have nothing going on, and if it helps with helping us out, maybe, I don't mind doing a favor to see if y'all can do a favor for us.
Well, truth of the matter is, if you are able to help us deal with our immediate objectives faster, that means we will get to the matter of these other vertebrates faster.
Well, I guess that's why I was asking what y'all were up to. Just trying to be helpful.
Well, then I must ask that anything that we tell you for your missions that you keep to yourselves. You do not share it with anyone else unless you've been given explicit permission that it can be shared.
Certainly.
There will be one other item. You've met Initiate Nathan here, Nathan Thompson. These missions are supposed to be his and his squad's once a squad became available, and, well, you're available. So he will accompany you on these missions.
All right.
Is that amenable?
I mean, as long as we can get along.
And flip the hood up a little bit. Well, not the first kid I've had to teach about the real world. And
Neither Nathan nor Olivia have any reaction to seeing your full ghoul face. There doesn't seem to be any animosity or anything. There's still a little bit of the whole, like, perhaps the educated versus the uneducated disdain happening, mostly towards Slash. But neither one of them has any direct reaction to your state of being.
okay.
You're going to have to work hard to find somebody who actually, at this point in time in the Fallout where I've placed the game, you have to work hard to find somebody who's really... now, you've experienced it because you lived throughout the whole time. But at this point, it's become a little bit more commonplace. Now, that could change if you do the whole glow-up thing. Those are still typically considered feral. So Nathan steps forward again and says, I've got no problem working with mercenaries. It's not the most noble thing to work for money. But as long as you help me get my missions, my goals accomplished, and further the Brotherhood's mission here, then I have no problem working with you.
Hey, I think I've seen this emblem before. And he'll go over to Honey or Betsy and pull out an engineer's armor. And it says the descriptor is worn by Brotherhood engineers for those styles themselves, as an engineer and blah, blah, blah. So it has a jacket and gauntlets and tool belt and stuff like that.
Which one had
I don't know where what's that?
Which Brahmin had it?
Betsy.
I know it's called what?
Engineer's armor.
Okay. Engineer's armor.
I can't remember where I found this, but
yeah, that was my next question. Where did you find it at?
I think like at one of those bases that we were at. Either Air Force Base early on or with the super mutant combat.
Okay. Nathan and Olivia look at it and they examine it for a moment. Initially their reaction is like you weren't entirely sure of the reaction, but as they examine it, they seem to their posture relaxes a little bit from their initial reactions. Well, this doesn't seem to be damaged at all. I'm assuming you didn't take it off of a body?
No, we found it at, I can't remember if it was the old Air Force Base. What was that? Hold on. Goodfellow Air Force Base? Or if that was where we fought that super mutant that was all jacked up on the serum that these bad guys have that we were talking about. Oops, did I say too much?
I think it was an...
I don't think Jack mentioned the serum yet. Have you?
Actually, facepalm and say, no, the super mutant had something else.
Oh.
And that was, I hope, by all that you can imagine as holy, I hope that was all the last of that stuff.
Both Nathan and Olivia kind of their eyes, light up in a bit of an amazement. But Nathan speaks first. Says, "You guys took on a super mutant? Did you run away or did you kill it?"
It's dead, and it.
So, we are talking about a behemoth, actually, right?
Yeah, I seem to recall that's what it was. And it was like, This was the biggest super mutant I've seen in a very long time.
Well, Nathan's attitude towards you has changed almost entirely. While he still kind of has a bit of a, like, your knowledge, your gear may not be as good as his kind of attitude, but he now there's a definite respect in his posture and his language towards you, the intonations of his voice now. So if you've taken on a behemoth super mutant, one stronger than the standard ones, you're definitely the kind of people I want watching my back out there. It just so happens that's why we're here. We've been hearing rumors of more super mutants from this area, and we've recently destroyed an entire super mutant. Well, I say I joined up afterwards, but the Brotherhood has destroyed a super mutant organization further north from here, and we're chasing down the remnants this direction, and we're hearing about a new breed of super mutant here as well, and that's why we're here.
Okay.
At this, Slash just kind of hangs his head a little bit, like, oh,
Yeah.
that's okay.
I'm kind of look towards the scribe and like, I'm guessing you want to know about the other thing, then.
All the information you have would be delightful to have.
Alright. And so, I described the other drug, but it's like Buff Out, Jet, and Super Psycho all at once. And Dictorol might not even touch it.
Okay.
Is how I'm describing it.
All right. So basically, you're relaying the information that you've gotten from Dr. Soon initially. Excuse me. How much of the interaction with Crockett's men will you relay? Will you mention them? Will you mention Jammer or Charles in any way, or you kind of leave their all this out?
Well, the closest I came to that was mentioning that they're the homegrown groups and that we have contact with, but beyond that.
So how will you handle, or will you mention at this point, before she starts asking questions, will you mention anything about the crate that you recovered?
Well, yeah, I'll mention that we did recover a crate, and we knew some people. Unfortunately, the person we knew is dead, and the bunch that made it has recovered the crate from there.
Yeah, we got double-crossed.
You got double-crossed? They had an inside man who you worked with?
Yes.
She assumes from the wording from the use of the word double cross.
Yes.
Was it the scientist himself?
No, the scientist wasn't the inside man. It was somebody else that we had contact with. And we thought we had a good relationship with.
I see. And has the one that you had the relationship with, the one that double crossed you, is whichever organization you worked for, are they the ones that also have double crossed you, or was he also double crossing them? And if that is the case, do they know yet?
As far as we know, he double crossed them as well. And we don't know that they know yet.
Well, I'd recommend, if you're able to make sure they know that way he cannot come back in. If you're the only ones that know that he was not truly with them, that information would be important for the rest of that organization to know. Perhaps even that is something you could do on your way to your first mission with Nathan.
Certainly hope so. We just
Out of
don't
character,
have
that
money.
is if you guys know how to get in touch with them.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, that
where's
was
Charles at?
where I was being hesitant. And was like, well, we only know of one other person that we have a name to, well, name and face, and he went in another direction entirely. So, and we don't know where he went.
Interesting.
So it's like,
Well, hopefully, you'll find a way to let them know before it's too late.
yeah,
In the meantime, here's the full details on your first mission, your first briefing with the Brotherhood, as it were. Initiate Nathan comes to attention, facing Olivia, as she runs down the details. I will give this to you out of a character because I don't really have it written out in a true briefing form. But you're being tasked by the Brotherhood of Steel to clear out a nearby mutant-infested area, as the mutants are causing problems for the BOS patrols. They have not yet had the manpower to dedicate towards actually going after this, because they have a particular number of patrols they want to keep on patrol, and then as they grow their ranks, they will be able to send out dedicated missions. So you're one of the first dedicated missions that they're able to send out that's not just a scouting mission. The area is heavily irradiated, and the mutants are aggressive, making it a very dangerous task. They recommend that you use radiation resistance drugs to enter the area while you're there. And let's pull up the map here. And it is going to be right in this area, near one of the nuked sites north of Fort Worth.
alright. That should be.
You're looking at
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Another 4-day journey. However, as far as the whole letting the Crockett's men know anything, that is a little bit not close enough yet.
Yeah. Right, so right X for 2, and actually start working through the list of what we need, and like, alright, think we can do this.
All right. So, because of the time, we are at 2.5 hours. A lot of good roleplay today. However, I don't see a lot of roleplay left. We're getting to the point of a combat encounter, which will I don't have enough time for that combat encounter.
Right.
And I don't have a ton set up here at the base, at the Brotherhood Steel base yet for you guys to interact with. However, that will change for next week. So we're going to go ahead and kind of start wrapping it up here. First thing I want you guys to do while you're listening to me give your other information is double check your inventory. Make sure you have any anti-radiation stuff that you want to have with you. Your briefing and the area that you're going into, you're guessing, and based off of the scouting reports that Olivia is able to give you, you're going to want to have 2 or 3 days worth of anti-radiation meds. And that's just based off of, how much radiation is there, how many super mutants they believe are there, and how long it's going to take you to go through the whole area and wipe them out. Since that is the primary objective, is to wipe out this area and have no super mutants left. And then you may want to have extras with you so that you can thoroughly scavenge, or if you want to just bypass the scavenging, then you only need to worry about 2 or 3 days worth of radiation meds. She also informs you that upon completion of this mission, not only will you be rewarded in monetary value, you will then unlock access to their quartermaster, which she is doubling as a quartermaster at this point in time. But after you prove yourself on this first mission, you'll be able to purchase supplies from her. They reward their mercenaries, their hired guns, in Brotherhood script. They do not use bottle caps. So anytime you purchase anything from here, it must be with Brotherhood script, which, of course, you'll get your first payout of Brotherhood script after the mission is complete. She is offering, should you require it, up to 5 doses of radiation meds per person for this first mission. Since you did come here and they want it done pretty quickly, they understand you may not be able to get back to another place that accepts bottle caps to be able to buy the supplies. So she is offering 5 doses per person should you need it. And they will be looking and say, no, you've already got 2 or 3 days. We're not going to give you more. So that's going to be, only if you're under 5 doses, they'll bring you up to 5 doses of Radaway and Rad-X, both.
Okay, I've got 3 doses of diluted right away.
They will be focused on regular Radaway. So if you have under 5 doses of regular Radaway and regular Rad-X, bring yourself up to 5 on both. And that is counting what's on Honey and Betsy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So if you got 5 on Honey, you got to bring.
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't think I have any on Honey or Betsy. I think I was holding all of that myself.
Okay.
So I had 4 Rad-X, so I put myself to 5, and then I had 1 Radaway, so I put myself to 5.
Yeah.
So that would have been a total of 5 units.
Well, I mean, they will make sure. Basically what it is, if whatever you have, bring yourself up to 5 of both.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they're offering 5 doses of both to each person, and to bring you up to 5.
Right. Yeah, I got, and then I got some diluted in both, but yeah, I got 5 of Rad-X and 5 Radaway now.
Okay. She also informs you that should you come across any pre-war books or magazines, please bring them to her. She will pay you extra Brotherhood script for those. Depending on the quality of them, will determine the amount of Brotherhood script you get. And should you return I lost it.
Engineer's armor? No?
No, they actually requested that they be allowed to take it.
Yeah, I give that to them.
Okay. I forgot to mention that earlier. But here's what I was going to say. If should you return with any loot, anything that is of rarity, let me see what the laser rifle is. Laser gun. Rarity 2, really? If you return with anything that is rarity 3 or higher, they will give you a bonus on your payout, provided you hand that stuff over. They won't pay you per item. It'll just be a bonus on your payout.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
What I can think of.
So I do have hunting in the waste. You already have that perk, right?
Let me check, because that may actually matter. Hunting in the waste is...
It's when you butcher an animal you've killed, can be increased by spending AP. And you gain 1 AP for that purpose.
Oh.
I didn't know if both of us had gotten you know.
Oh, no, I don't have it, but that's one of the Wasteland Survival Guide things.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's post-war.
It's what?
It's a post-war thing, and they're not. Sounds like they ain't interested in post-war.
Okay.
Yeah, that's unless you
It is.
played Fallout 3.
Right.
I don't think it was in 4. Yeah, one of the things you get to do in Fallout 3 is help make the Wasteland Survival Guides, which is a
Okay.
post-war creation.
Got it. I didn't see that. I didn't really look at it. That was post-war. Okay.
Okay, so I fish out the FH 5-10 and hand it over.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. We're going to be creating the. Let me pull up the settings. I didn't know that you guys would be trying to hand stuff over right now, so I didn't have
All right.
that ready. Caps, uncommon. Yeah, we'll go with uncommon. Brotherhood script. I'm going to give it a weight of 0, and its value is 2. The value of that is supposed to be 0.5. There we go. All right, so pre-war money. Caps is going to be our baseline, okay? So this is all values compared to caps. Rare, you've not encountered the rare currency yet, so just ignore it and its value for this time being. For the time being, anytime you get rare, just convert it down to the BOS script or caps. No, convert it down to caps. Anytime you get it, convert it to caps. Why is there a common on your guys' thing? That should not be there. And slash, you got like a bunch of extras.
I know, right? I don't know what
Yeah.
it's up.
Let's get rid
There
of
you go.
I'm going to get rid of them. Let's see. And if I'm done, we'll get rid of the rare for now. Yeah, on there. Okay. So let's see if that updates to your character sheets or not. It did not. Okay. So replace the uncommon. I'm going to get rid of the rare. You guys go ahead and for the uncommon, are you able to edit the name?
I think so.
Okay. If you can,
Yeah.
if you can't, I'll do it. Change it to BOS script. Almost like a movie script is the way it's spelled. So BOS script, its value is 2. Pre-war money is 0.5. Both of those are in comparison to caps.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to actually converting all that, it's mostly going to be like right now you're selling the tiptoe through the tulips. Its value is 100 caps, but since you're selling it to the Brotherhood, they're going to give you 50 BOS script because its value is twice that of caps. So that's the same. 50 script is the same as 100 caps. And then there will be, as this world evolves and the Brotherhood becomes more prevalent through Texas, if they become more prevalent, there will eventually be money or currency exchanges here and there where you can actually go in and actually exchange the currency. Because certain areas, like certain merchants, will be like, no, we only take caps or we only take this. So eventually there will have to be actual money exchangers. But for the time being, we're mostly looking at it as depends on who you're dealing with, what they will give you, and what you need to give them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other questions before we wrap up?
No.
The food paste is only a rarity too.
Okay. Let me rephrase that one. high technology or high tech rarity 3 or higher.
Good. Got it.
Yeah. Still haven't said boo about the Raven Watch
Yeah, I
Yeah,
ain't talking about
or
that.
the cards.
Y'all could get a lot of money for this, or the Brotherhood script for that stuff there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's still that's still in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Gonna start up a a Raven Watch Society or something.
All right. I think that's it for now then. Let's go ahead and talk about next week. So we're not doing every other Saturday right now. We're skipping. We're going directly to next Saturday, session 27 on March 23rd at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following Saturday will be an off Saturday because that is Easter weekend. And then we'll pick back up again. We'll have that on the next week's. But we'll be returning to every other Saturday. The only Saturday it's moving is the Easter weekend Saturday is moving to next Saturday so that we don't interfere with any kind of Easter plans. And then we got the D&D campaign is still on schedule for the 24th, also at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will continue on to every other Saturday. It doesn't have to have, or every other Sunday. It's not moving anything because it's not interfering with Easter to begin with. And then, so next week we will jump back into the first mission for the Brotherhood and see where these guys go with that. So until next time, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Later now.
See ya, folks.